everybody. NC Beer Explorer here in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. We're here at Swells of Brewing, and I'm here with Mike and Brad, responsible for brewing here at Swells. How you doing today?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Glad you can make it over.
We're so glad that you can see us. So, start us out by just telling us about your brewing experience. Start with Mike.
I've been brewing since 2018. Started brewing at Tarboro Brewing Company. Spent a couple years there, and then jumped over to Hopfly Brewing, which was at the Rocky Mount Mills at the time. But it was during the time that he was buying Unknown Brewing in Charlotte. So I moved to Charlotte with them and got to, I can't say build out the facility. It was already a brewery, but we brought in 8 tanks and we ran glycol, kind of build it out a little bit. And then from Hopfly to Weeping Radish in Currituck, I was relatively brief, just a little under a year. And then I've been at Swells for 3 years now.
Me, I started off as just a kind of a homebrew monkey. I started off like I got one of those little kits and did it, and it was terrible, and kind of parked it and forgot about it. A year, 2 years, and I kind of just dove into any book I could possibly read on brewing and like trying to understand, because I just had this little sheet that told me everything to do in the kit and no reasons why. Or once we started getting the idea of opening a brewery, like started taking it pretty seriously and started kind of doing field trips around. And it's very slow here in the winter, so I'd go up to Virginia and work up there at a brewery, probably 2 years in the winter, and it really wasn't much different than home brewing. We got closer to opening this, got more and more serious. I moved down to Charleston and went to Revelry for the winter. I had a good friend there he does all the artwork for him, Chris Kemp, and he kind of brought me into their family and learned a ton. It was almost like maybe 4 months later we had construction going here, so we're excited to be here, and it's been very welcoming. I mean, it's such a great community, and we love being part of it.
Through the summer, which is obviously like our busy months, we had 3 beers that we tried to keep on in all package forms through the whole summer. Other than that, we just have, maybe half dozen rotating core brands that we have can labels for, and we can. Other than that, everything else is one-offs. So it's a nice mix. It's not like we're potentially releasing like 3 to 4 new beers a week like some people, but 1 or 2 new beers a week mixed with like bringing back 1 or 2 of our cores. So yeah, I think it's a nice balance of playing with new stuff and also like dialing in the stuff we're making over and over. I think Swelza in general, we're making like very drinkable beers. So even on styles that like for hazy IPA, for instance, like they can be relatively heavy or maybe like sweet. We want to dry it out. We want to make it really drinkable, because it's our 80% of our business is in the summer months. We want things to be drinkable and good for hot weather across like all the styles. So I feel like that's kind of our signature, is we want like balance to go on like the drier end of what a style calls for. So yeah, we make a lot of dry lager, we make hoppy lager, we make IPAs that I think are like well balanced and drinkable. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for us right now, we've opened a second location up in Duck. It's kind of a mix between the brewery and it's a cocktail bar. So, I mean, opening up something else down the road is not completely off the radar. We definitely have some projects we're working on, but we're trying to experiment with like some of our lager practices. That's what we're doing all morning, is kind of just trying to improve some of the things we've gotten used to, I guess. It's easy to get into habits. And in the summer, I mean, we're talking about our season and distribution here. I think we're doing about just over 1,000 barrels now a year, and I think it's something like 750 or between, I think, May and Labor Day. So it's the two of us in the back. We're we're cooking in the summer, and then we kind of have to slow down. Like our feet are still turning at this time of the year, and we gotta like whoa back or either find somewhere for this beer to go because the season we're so terrace based slows down, and we can start experimenting and having a little bit more.
Gives you a little time to kind of, reflect and plan.
Yeah, we can look back at what we've done because it's kind of a blur, and then kind of look forward to see what we can change and implement, make it more fun for us, and also just make a better product at the end of the day.
Well, once again, I've been with Mike and Brad at Swells Brewing in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Thank you very much for joining us today. And if you're here in Kill Devils, make sure you come by Swells. That's all for today. If you like what you saw today, please scroll down, like, and subscribe to us. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, y'all. Cheers.